What if the key to a fulfilling life were closer than you think? Imagine for a moment that there's a path capable of transforming not only how you face your days, but how you make every decision. Find peace in the midst of storms and discover a purpose that transcends the ordinary. Today, I invite you to explore with me something that can change your perspective, and even more, your way of living, the wisdom that comes from God. I'm not talking about abstract or unattainable knowledge, but a practical, profound, and accessible guide that can illuminate your heart and direct your steps. If you've ever felt like you lack clarity, that decisions overwhelm you, or that you're searching for a deeper meaning in life, this message is for you. Stay until the end, because what we're about to discover together could be the start of a new chapter in your journey. Before we dive in, I encourage you to share this message with someone who might need it if it resonates with you. And now, get ready, because we're about to explore how divine wisdom can transform every aspect of your life. 1. The foundation of wisdom. A heart that honors God. It all begins with a heart that recognizes God's greatness. Proverbs 9:10 tells us, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding." But what does it mean to fear God? It's not a fear that paralyzes you, but a deep reverence, a respect that reshapes how you see the world. It's understanding that God is holy, just, and sovereign, and that living in harmony with Him gives meaning to everything else. When you place God at the center, your life finds a solid foundation. Your decisions, emotions, and dreams begin to align with a greater purpose. The world, however, has a different idea of wisdom. For many, being wise means having degrees, winning arguments, or keeping up with the latest trends. But that wisdom is fragile because it doesn't transform the soul. True wisdom, on the other hand, is born from humility. It's recognizing that you don't know everything and that you need God to walk with clarity. When you live with this reverence, something shifts. Your decisions become more thoughtful, your words more careful, and your life more meaningful. This fear doesn't shrink you. It elevates you. It doesn't limit you. It guides you. 2. Ask for wisdom and trust. That God answers. Have you ever felt trapped in uncertainty, unsure of which path to take? The good news is that you're not alone, and there's a clear promise for you. James 1:5 declares, "If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you." This isn't a promise reserved for the most spiritual. It's for anyone who, with humility, approaches God and says, "Lord, I need your guidance." There are no complicated requirements or impossible conditions. God offers His wisdom generously, without judging you for your doubts or mistakes. Asking for wisdom is an act of courage. It's admitting that you don't have all the answers and trusting that God does. This simple act opens the door to clear direction and a peace that transcends circumstances. And the best part? God doesn't give sparingly. He gives abundantly, with love, like a father who delights in helping you. So, if you feel lost today, pause, pray with sincerity, and ask God to light your path. He's waiting to respond. 3. Divine wisdom, a gift that transforms. The wisdom that comes from God isn't just information. It's a gift that changes your life from the inside out. Proverbs 2:6 reminds us, "For the Lord gives wisdom. From His mouth come knowledge and understanding." This means you don't depend on your own strength or the world's opinions. God Himself is the source of a wisdom that not only helps you solve problems, but teaches you to see life with spiritual clarity. Unlike human knowledge, which can be cold and superficial, divine wisdom gives you discernment to distinguish between what seems good and what truly is good. It helps you make decisions that don't just benefit the moment, but build a future aligned with God's purposes. It's like a light that illuminates dark paths, showing you not only where to step, but how to live with purpose and hope. 4. Wisdom brings joy and purpose. Imagine waking up each morning with the assurance that you're on the right path, with a peace that doesn't depend on circumstances. Proverbs 3:13 puts it this way: "Blessed are those who find wisdom, those who gain understanding." Here, blessed isn't just about being happy. It's a deep, lasting joy, a fulfillment that doesn't fade with problems. Divine wisdom gives you a perspective that orders your life, reduces anxiety, and fills you with purpose. When you walk in wisdom, your decisions have direction, your relationships grow stronger, and your days become meaningful. It's not about avoiding problems, but facing them with confidence that comes from knowing God is guiding you. This wisdom isn't just for big moments. It's for the small, daily decisions that, together, build a life of significance. 5. Wisdom keeps you from evil. True wisdom doesn't just show you the right path, it protects you from the wrong ones. Job 28:28 says, "The fear of the Lord, that is wisdom, and to shun evil is understanding." Living with wisdom means choosing to honor God in every decision, even when no one is watching. It's rejecting what seems attractive, but harms your soul, not out of fear, but out of love for God and His truth. The world often glorifies what God disapproves of, but wisdom gives you the strength to swim against the current. It's not about being perfect, but sincerely seeking God's will and turning away from what pulls you from Him. Every time you choose what's right over what's easy, you're building a life that reflects His light. 6. Recognize the wisdom from above. How do you know if the wisdom you're following is from God? James 3:17 gives us the answer. "But the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure, then peace-loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy and good fruit, impartial and sincere." This wisdom doesn't seek to impress or manipulate. It transforms. It shows in how you treat others, how you respond to conflict, and how you reflect God's love. Unlike worldly cunning, which can be selfish or deceptive, divine wisdom is authentic and brings peace. It changes your home, your relationships, and how you face challenges. If you want to know if you're living with this wisdom, look at your fruit. Are you sowing kindness, patience, and love? If not, don't despair. Ask God to renew your heart. 7. Jesus, the embodiment of wisdom. Wisdom isn't just a concept, it's a person, Jesus Christ. 1 Corinthians 1:30 says it clearly. "It is because of Him that you are in Christ Jesus, who has become for us wisdom from God, that is, our righteousness, holiness, and redemption." Jesus doesn't just teach wisdom, He is wisdom. His life, words, and sacrifice show us how to live with purpose and truth. Following Jesus is the greatest act of wisdom. Every decision you align with His character brings you closer to a fulfilling life. It's not about admiring Him from afar, but walking with Him, letting His love and truth shape your thoughts and actions. In Jesus, you find not just answers, but life itself. 8. The treasures of wisdom are in Christ. We all seek something to give our lives meaning, and Colossians 2:3 reveals where to find it. In Christ are hidden all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. You don't need to search in empty philosophies or fleeting promises. Everything your soul longs for is in Jesus. Seeking Christ isn't a religious task. It's a transformative adventure. Every moment spent in His Word, in prayer, in His presence, is like digging for a treasure that lights up your life. Stop looking for answers in places that don't satisfy and draw near to Him with an open heart. In Christ, everything makes sense. 9. Make wisdom your priority. Proverbs 4:7 is direct. The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom. Though it cost all you have, get understanding. Nothing is more valuable than living with divine discernment. Wisdom isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It protects you from costly mistakes, guides you through confusion, and gives you peace in the storm. Making wisdom your priority means seeking God above all else. Don't wait until you're lost to ask for His guidance. Do it today, in the big and small moments. Every prayer, every moment in His Word is an investment in a life that honors God and finds true purpose. 10. Wisdom more valuable than gold. The world chases fleeting riches, but Proverbs 16:16 challenges us. How much better to get wisdom than gold, to get insight rather than silver. Divine wisdom is an eternal treasure that doesn't fade. It gives you clarity in decisions, peace in trials, and direction in uncertainty. Don't measure your success by what you accumulate, but by how much you let God guide your life. A wise decision can save you years of pain. A life led by God is worth more than any material wealth. Choose wisdom, for it's the treasure that endures. 11. Know the God who gives wisdom. Ephesians 1:17 invites us to pray for the spirit of wisdom and revelation so that you may know Him better. True wisdom isn't just about making good decisions, but knowing the God who inspires them. The more you know Him, the clearer you see His purpose for your life. Ask today not just for wisdom, but for a deeper encounter with God. Pray for Him to reveal His heart, His will, His love. In that knowledge, you'll find not only answers, but a life transformed by His presence. 12th, discern. With a heart of understanding, Solomon asked for something extraordinary, a heart that discerns between good and evil. 1 Kings 3:9. This kind of wisdom isn't just for kings, it's for you. Discernment means seeing beyond appearances, choosing what honors God, even when it's hard. Ask each day for a heart of understanding. Pray for clarity to make decisions that bless, not just you, but those around you. Wisdom isn't for showing off, it's for serving, living justly, and reflecting God's love. 13. The wise understand their path. Proverbs 14:8 warns us, the wisdom of the prudent is to give thought to their ways, but the folly of fools is deception. The wise don't walk by inertia. They evaluate their direction, seek God's guidance, and ensure they're aligned with His purpose. The fool, however, deceives themselves, trusting their own impulses. Ask yourself, am I walking in God's purpose? Don't live on autopilot. Ask the tough questions, be honest, and trust God to show you the way. Wisdom gives you the confidence that every step has an eternal purpose. In conclusion, a new beginning. With wisdom today, we've seen that divine wisdom isn't just knowledge. It's a way of life that transforms your heart, decisions, and future. No matter where you are or how many mistakes you've made, God is ready to give you the wisdom you need. It all starts with a heart that seeks Him, honors Him, and trusts His guidance. If this message has touched your life, I encourage you to share it, pray for wisdom, and take a step toward a life led by God. May today be the day you choose to walk with purpose, peace, and the assurance that the wisdom from above is just a prayer away. May God bless you abundantly.